Yeah, we're all good.
Great. So yeah, I'm Tom Etherington, and thanks to St Bride for inviting me along with such amazing speakers. So I'm a designer, and I split my time between working at Penguin and other freelance projects. So at Penguin, I mostly work on book covers, but occasionally I work on the entire book, like this book for David Gentleman's London Paintings. I also art direct a magazine called The Happy Reader, which is a biannual magazine and a collaboration between Penguin and Fantastic Man with the idea to promote the classics. When I'm not working at Penguin, I work on other design projects like magazine covers, book covers, prints and record sleeves, mostly in print. So I've been going to St Bride for years, and I've seen amazing talks and I've explored the library. And so I thought today I'd talk about two instances where St Bride's has really influenced my work. So last year, I got the amazing brief to design a book cover for the speeches of Greta Thunberg. This project was really last minute and a tight deadline, but one of those very few rare occasions where things just fall into place really quickly. A few weeks before I got the brief, I went to St Bride's and I went to see the launch. There was a talk by Commercial Type where they were launching their commercial classics range. And this is like, this is the specimen that was there, and I picked up a copy there at the talk and instantly fell in love with this typeface, Original Sans. And I think like all designers, we're a bit like magpies, where we see things and then remember them for a future cover, whether it's a typeface, paper stock, illustrator, a printing technique, kind of collect these things and hope that the ideal project will come up. And so when I got the Greta brief, I thought straight away that this typeface would be great for it, because I was thinking that the cover should be bold, type-led, and sort of use some of the visual language of protest posters without falling into parody. And I felt like this typeface, like Original Sans, was just, it was clunky and bold, but friendly, and just kind of the perfect balance for the book. The collection of speeches in the book, where Greta Thunberg uses this black and white. She says that the climate crisis is a black and white issue, and this comes up quite a lot in the book. So it felt like that was another ingredient I can add. And the title for the book was "No One is Too Small to Make a Difference." So it felt appropriate to just make a small visual pun by putting the title quite small. So this was like a really quick project. We had, I think, between 5 days, it was briefed, designed, and sent to print, and this was the final cover. And I think with like simple covers like this, it's, you know, like the sort of simple ingredients need to be perfect, and that's why this typeface is like so integral to the cover. And it was the typeface that I discovered at St Bride's. So the first time I ever went to St Bride's was in 2007, and I went to see a talk by Alan Kitching. And until I went to that talk, I'd never seen his work before, and I was completely blown away. Like, I just thought it was the most beautiful, brilliant, colorful, expressive work. And that rare thing where it's kind of universal. I think like a proper design snob like me really appreciates it, but someone with like little to no interest in typography and design would also see its brilliance. And so since that first talk where I saw him, I've just been a massive fan of his work. And when his monograph came out in 2017, I was just like first to get it. And it has a lot of his beautiful, big, expressive type letterpress works, which are stunning. But he also had quite a lot of his early work, and I hadn't seen any of this before, and it's really restrained and delicate and beautiful. I think a lot of it was designed while he was at Omnific, and it really, like, I found it amazing how he had progressed through his career and changed style and developed from very delicate, restrained to big, expressive, and quite loose. And I think recently I've noticed my cover designs falling into a bit of a pattern. So this was a book cover I designed for a book that celebrates Black performance in America. The collage is by Lorna Simpson. And then the design is a white background with a grotesque typeface. This typeface is Thine by Optimo. And this is another cover I designed, and it's a book by philosopher Susan Nyman on national guilt. And it also has a white background and a grotesque typeface. This is a book I designed last year, English Pastoral, which is a look at the history and future of farming. And it's got a liner cut by Angela Harding, but it also has a white background and a grotesque typeface. And this cover, this is coming out, this paperback is coming out soon, and it's a book on the crazy right-wing philosophy of traditionalism. So I've collaged these really strange characters in the book, but then again, used a white background and a grotesque typeface. And I feel like I've kind of fallen into a bit of a formulaic pattern with my cover design. And I think when you get an email from marketing and they've guessed the typeface you've used, I think that's when you know it's a problem. So I've been really trying to sort of take inspiration from how Alan Kitching has developed and changed over his career. And I'm trying to sort of make bolder, looser, more expressive cover designs. So I'm going to show you a few things that are either really recent or work in progress, and hopefully they demonstrate a more expressive style. So this is a cover I designed for Paris Lee's gritty 90s memoir, which comes out this year. And I've used hand-scrawled handwriting and neon ink, which we got specifically mixed for the cover. This is a Penguin paperback about populism, and I've created this sort of bold collage newspapery headline type. This is work in progress for a collection of novels by Mexican writer Yuri Herrera, using sort of colorful paper collage. And some more work in progress, a book re-looking at the history of art. And for this book, I've created lots of colorful abstract patterns which can go on the cover and throughout the interior as well. This is an early visual for a Penguin paperback by conservationist and activist Terry Tempest Williams. And once again, it's referencing sort of bold protest type, right in your face. And some more work in progress for a book that catalogues famous days from history, from the history of art. And once again, bringing like really bold, colorful type forward. And so I thought I would end on this poster, which was designed by David Pearson for a St. Bride's event last year. And like, it's funny, but I feel like it kind of sums things up as well. I feel like I've been the sad Helvetica man, but like St. Bride's as an institution, its talks and workshops and its library is an amazing resource for designers, and like really helps them to be inspired and enlightened.